How's it going, everyone? It's Leo here, and this is going to be part 1 of 2 on my review of the Boss Katana 50. Let's get into it. The reason I'm splitting this video up is because there's a lot of features with the Boss Katana and I don't want one long video. So I'm going to split it up into the features and then the demo without me talking at all. So this episode is just going to be the features. So just wait like about another day or two and you'll see on my channel just the playthrough. But first, let's get into the feature. So Boss and Roland actually combined forces to make this line of amps. You've probably seen the Boss Katanas reviewed by Ola England and Spectre Sound Studios, and pretty much any YouTuber in the guitar community has probably made a review on the Boss Katana series, and for good reason. They are the best modeling amps on the market. They're all solid state, but they all pack a big punch with sound and power. The other amps in the line include the 25 watter, the 100 watter, the Artist series, the Air, and the 100 head. I would like to get my hands on the 100 head, at some point, but I'm going to be reviewing the one that I bought about a year and a half ago. It was my first real amp purchase, and that is the Boss Katana 50 watt. Here it is. Actually, I bought this about a year ago at Sam Ash because I got this for was it my 20th birthday? It was one of those birthdays, and my birthday is coming on Monday, so that just made me think there, yep. So I got this for a little bit of a cheaper price thanks to my dad, because he's like, oh, it's his birthday, can you make him a better deal? And he said, yeah, we'll do a 150 for you. That sounds like a really great deal. These things are like $225 new, and this was used. And it came with a foot switch. Enough about how I got it. After months of research, got it because of how awesome it sounded in those demos. So let's go down the channels that this amp has. It calls them amp type, and we got 5 of them. We have acoustic, we have clean, we have crunch, lead, and brown. Pretty simple, and they're pretty self-explanatory. So next to that we have the gain and the volume knobs, and then we have a 3-band EQ. Then we have 3 effects knobs which control 2 different effects, and each of those effects have 3 versions. So for example, if you dial that first knob where it says booster, past 12 o'clock or past halfway, you're going to go into another effect series, which is the modulation stuff. And if you hit the button on top, you can swap between 3 different of those effects that you're on. So you have a lot of effect options in this amp. So we have the booster / modulation, the delay / effect, and then we have reverb. Next to that we have our master volume, then we have our selector switch for standby, half a watt, 25 watt, and 50 watt. And this is very, very helpful, especially if you are either just, practicing by yourself, or if you're actually keeping up with a drummer, which it can keep up with a drummer, but because it's solid state power, it's not going to be as powerful, and honestly, it kind of gets lost a little bit in the mix there. Unfortunately, there is no speaker out cable, so you have to use the 12-inch speaker that is included with the Katana. Also on the back we have an auxiliary in, so you can actually jam along to drum tracks on your phone, which is really neat. Then we have the foot switch input. We have a USB input, so you can record directly to your computer. And then we have a record out or headphones input. Pretty basic stuff on the back, but it does its job. Also on the top panel we have tone settings. This is a great feature on this line of Katanas because, and this is included with the head as well, except it's more expansive. You basically have the options of 2 channels, and then the panel option is everything that's just on the panel. You can mess with it. So what you can do is click on channel 1. Say you want that to be your clean channel. You select clean, you EQ it out, you add any little bit of effects, you press and hold the channel 1 button and it saves it, and no matter what you do, touch the effects, it won't change because it's saved. Unless you hit the panel button, which brings you back to, you can mess around with them as much as you want. And then if you want channel 2 to be your distortion channel, you switch on like the brown mode, EQ it out, add boosts or anything like that, and do the same thing, click and hold, and now you have channel 2. And with the foot switch, you can go back between the clean and the overdrive, and you have the same settings that you dialed in, and you don't have to worry about them like any knobs moving or anyone touching it, and you have your presets saved. Really awesome feature. The Katana itself is pretty light for having a 12-inch speaker in it and a bunch of just, metal because it's solid state power. It's actually very light. The one thing I dislike is the handle. I mean, it's, like a very hard plastic, which means it's definitely durable, but I do like the handles that can just go flat and you can put extra stuff on it, I guess. At least the handle would, not always be in your way. This handle unfortunately is always in your way, but that's definitely not a make or break selling point, obviously. And then finally, just the look of the amp. It just looks slick, it looks cool. The Boss logo in the silver on top of the black is just really awesome. The Katana logo I think is really cool. It definitely gives a vibe to this amp, and I think it's actually really rad. This thing is built really well. It's pretty solid, and like I said, it's not too big. The speaker itself is made by Boss and Roland. It's not anything to really write home about, but it actually holds up okay. But like I said, if you try to really crank the volume and play with the band, it's really not ideal. It kind of gets lost in the mix, and maybe it's just my speaker because it's the used amp. If you have a new Katana or you bought a new Katana, let me know down in the comments below. And that about wraps up all the features with the Boss Katana. Now I know you're probably like, man, I just wish you would play the amp already. Like I said, that's going to be in the second half of this video, which I'm going to release about a day or two after, where I'll go through all of the amp types, just playing through them, and you can hear what it sounds like before making your purchase. Thank you guys for watching this video. Be on the lookout for the full demo, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff. Go to herosoapcompany.com to grab 10% off with promo code LEO. Don't forget to go check out my merch store, maybe pick up a t-shirt, and that about wraps it up for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.